Listen to me. Do not date these 5 types of people. I don't care if it's a man, a woman, a gender non-conforming person who does not have a distinct gender that they prefer to communicate. I don't care what they call themselves, okay? Don't date people who like this, okay? Now, my name is Malcolm MJ Harris, and I help people live their best life, okay? If you don't know about me, Google me, baby, okay? Because for over a decade, I've been doing thousands of videos to teach you how to live your best life. Financially, emotionally, professionally, baby, I just want you to live good, honey. I ain't nobody's therapist. I'm just somebody who's just like you. I've been through life and I share the lessons that I learned, all right? So take what you will, eat the meat, throw out the bones. I'm gonna tell you this right now, don't date these type of people. Now, obviously, I like men, okay? So with that said, the pronouns that I use when I speak is normally I'm talking about he and stuff like that, all right? But apply it to however you want to. When I say he, you think of she. If you like women, I don't care, just take the lesson, all right? So listen, there are 5 types of people that I believe that you should never date. Now, there are more than that, so comment below if there are additional types of people that you think you should add to this list, just so that we can kind of learn as a community together. But these types of people, baby, let me tell you, leave them alone. Before I get into talking about these, make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe so you can see my future videos as well as seeing my past videos. And if there are other topics that you want me to cover, go ahead and comment below this video so that I can see those topics, all right? The first type of person that you should absolutely never date, don't give them your time, don't even lay down with them, all right? I'm telling you this right now, because sometimes that get into your head. Y'all be laying down and that hypnotizes you, and the next thing you know, you caught up in a love spell that you ain't never supposed to be in. But listen, all right, the first type of person you should absolutely never date, I call them Mr. Emotionally Unavailable, okay? That man or that woman, for that matter, that type of person where they are just not emotionally available. When you try to talk with them about future plans for a relationship or something like that, this person changes the subject. This person don't never want to talk about titles. This person just seems to be emotionally disconnected. When you try to tell them how you feel, they either don't care, they don't do anything about it, they're not empathetic of it. This person just emotionally is not there. You should not date them. Most people who are like this, they have a reason why they're like this. Maybe they have been through stuff, and they'll tell you. It may even sound like a sob story, but it's not always a sob story. It may be that they went through stuff early in their life. It may be that they're hurt, they're traumatized, whatever it may be. Most people don't pop out the womb emotionally unavailable. Something happened that made them feel like being emotionally unavailable is safer for them. That may all be true, but frankly, my dear, it's not your problem. Because while you sitting up here being empathetic and sympathetic of their story, giving them more time to change, guess what you're doing? You wasting your life. You taking your time away from being available to someone who could actually love you fully and emotionally immerse themselves in you the way that you can show up for them. So if someone is emotionally unavailable, simply acknowledge that, accept that, and release them so that they can do the work on themselves, which often they need to do outside of an intimate relationship, so they can do the work on themselves that they need to do. And if they do get to a point of being ready and you are available at that time, then y'all can explore things at that time. But you are not going to make someone emotionally available by remaining in a relationship with them, and certainly by waiting on them to change. It is a waste of your time. It is a waste of your energy. It is a waste of your youth, baby, okay? Move on to someone who's emotionally available. The next type of person that you should absolutely never date, I call them Dr. Feel Good, okay? The kind of person where literally they only tell you things you want to hear. They tell you things that feel good. They always got something nice to say. You are so amazing. You are so this. That should be a red flag, where someone seems like they are always pumping up your ego. Men do it, women do it, people do this. This is not a gender specific thing. I have seen it where, you know, these men will come up and, oh, you this, you that, you everything and more, blah, blah. They tell you everything that you feel like you want to hear. They tell you, oh yeah, I'm looking for a relationship. I want to be the perfect husband. I want to be this, I want to be that. It seems like everything that they saying just checks all the boxes. If they checking every single box, that should be alarming, because human beings often don't come perfectly packaged. They may check some of your boxes, but they don't check everything. And if someone is telling you everything it feels like that you want to hear, you need to be alarmed by that. Same thing goes with women. I've seen women do the same thing. They will get into these folks' head, get into these men's head, women's head, whoever they're dealing with, and boost those egos, baby, okay? They will tell you that you are the king of Egypt. They will tell you that everything is right about you and ain't nothing wrong about you, and that everybody who ever said anything wrong about you is wrong. Really? Be honest with yourself, all right? If anybody tells you that everything is right about you and that nothing's ever your fault and so on and so forth, they tell you things that always make you want to feel good, baby, they lying to you, they manipulating you, and you have to pay attention to that. As human beings, if someone is serious about engaging in a relationship, they're going to show you the fullness of who they are. They're going to show you the good things, they're going to show you the not so good things. They're going to show you a full spectrum picture of who they are so that you can make a determination on, does this fit for you? However, if this person is only showing you a one-sided perspective on who they are, they're trying to manipulate you. They're trying to love bomb you. They're trying to pull you in by making you feel good. Now, to that point, one of the best ways to protect yourself from people like this is for you to be very careful about what you reveal to people about what you're looking for. Now, let me tell you this. On first dates and stuff like that earlier, people love to ask you, what are you looking for? I'm not saying don't answer the question, but I'm saying don't give them everything. What are you looking for? Well, I'm looking for a healthy relationship. I'm looking for something that can grow, and I'm just really dating right now, meeting people just to see, where they could be a fit for myself. What about you? Ask them. I'm looking for somebody who could be very supportive of me, who can be this, who could be that, blah, 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 blah. You tell them all these traits, and then when you say, what are you looking for? You reverse it them. What they're going to tell you? They're going to tell you everything you just said in reverse. Or if they real slick, they're going to show up down the road, showing you that they can be every single thing that you wanted and that you mentioned that you wanted. Beyond that, be very careful about telling people everything that your ex did wrong. That is a no-no. That is a no-no. A, if you're trying to move forward, why are you talking about your ex? But B, if you're dealing with a manipulative person, a Dr. Feel Good, what they're going to do is they're going to take all that information about the insufficiencies of your ex, and they are going to try to show you that they are everything that your ex was not, which is going to pull you in, because now you're thinking that you have come out on the other side, and now you got this wonderful person who's so different than anything that you've ever been through. They are so refreshing. No, they're a manipulator, and they're using the information that you gave them to manipulate you. So I'm not saying hide key information about yourself. I'm not saying don't be open. What I'm saying is people need to earn your vulnerability and your openness. And there's no reason why people should know everything about your ex and everything about what you're looking for, and you ain't even had 4-5 dates yet. Get to know them. You be the inquisitive one. You ask them questions. He or she who asks the questions controls the dynamic. Use your questions in order to stay in control of this situation so that you don't allow them to manipulate you by you being overly revealing too soon. The next type of person you absolutely don't want to deal with, I call them Mr. Mixed Signals or Miss Mixed Signals. You call it whatever you want, baby, it's the same thing. I'm talking about that person where they are hot and cold. One day they texting you all day, sending you sweet nothings and all the other stuff. They want to spend time with you. You Netflixing and chilling with them, and then the next day, the next week, you don't hear from them. I'm telling you right now, baby, they don't want you, or they certainly don't want you the way you want them, because people who want you tend to be consistent. And if somebody is giving you mixed signals, then they either don't know what they want, they don't want you, or for that matter, they are afraid of commitment. And when people are afraid of commitment, what they often will do is that they will erratically almost change up their behavior and change their levels of engagement with you to kind of throw off the scent. So they don't want to make you feel or get too attached to them. So when they feel like attachment is developing, they change things up. They become less consistent and all that. And in a lot of cases, they're not consciously doing this. This is their trauma response because something's happened to them within their life, which is not your problem. Let me be very clear about that, all right? Something's happened to them within their life that's made them a fear of commitment and connection. So what they do so that they don't have to get connected and be committed is they will give mixed signals to kind of make it seem very hard to know where their feelings are, or for that matter, to thwart their own ability to be able to be connected to you and be attached and be vulnerable with you. They're afraid of that. They don't want that. They don't know how to deal with that. They've never dealt with that before. Again, these are not your problems. However, if someone is giving you mixed signals, pay attention. They are not too busy to call you back. They don't have so much going on in their life that they couldn't call you back. There's nothing going on in anybody's life why they can't make time for you in a consistent manner, and why they cannot show you a level of emotional availability in a consistent manner. If they can't be consistent, then there should be no space for them in your life. Now, baby, let me tell you about this one, okay? Mr. No Titles. Nah, you know, I want to be connected to you, but you know, why we gotta have a title? That just throws things off. It complicates it. Let's let it be easy, okay? That is some grade school BS, okay? Don't fall for that. If they don't want titles, they don't want you. Let me say it again. If they don't want a title, they don't want you. Now, don't be too fast now, because I know some of y'all showing up on the first date with a U-Haul outside, all right? Talking about, hey, when we moving in together, what's our title? Baby, slow your roll now. You don't need no title that early on. But if you've been dealing with this person for a couple months, y'all are clearly spending y'all time together. It is implied that y'all in a relationship, because sometimes you're in a relationship, y'all just haven't talked about it yet. Clearly, the dynamic is communicating that I'm into you and you into me, and this person is uncomfortable with the title conversation, unwilling to have a title conversation, or just don't want titles at all. Baby, that's not going to change. One of the most critical mistakes that you can make is let me give them more time. They say, well, just give me more time, give me more time. I'm still getting over my ex. Red flag. If you ain't over your ex, why are you dating me? Give me more time. I'm just trying to make sure I'm in the right situation. How do you not know if this is the right situation if we've been dealing with each other for months at this point in time? And y'all have been intimate at this point in time, whatever it may be. If they not ready, they not ready. If they don't see you as someone that they want to lock down and connect with, then that just ain't what it is. Now, I know some people like to be all new age about it and say, oh, titles don't really matter. What do titles matter? Blah, 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 blah. We got a title for everything in this world. Don't give me that, okay? Don't give me that, baby. I'm not into that. I'm not into that, all right? I'm into just acknowledging the obvious, okay? Codifies and acknowledges our bonds and our shared agreements. By me saying you are my partner, my boyfriend, my girlfriend, my boo-boo, whatever it may be, that it's not just about the title. It's about everything that comes with it. It's acknowledging the monogamy commitment that we've made, if we've made that commitment. It's acknowledging that we're going to be available to each other emotionally. It acknowledges that I'm going to spend time with you and invest time with you. The title is not about the title. It's about everything that title represents. So if someone is resistant to a title, they're resistant also to everything that comes with the title. Pay attention to that. The title is not the issue. It's the commitment that's the issue. So if they don't want a title, they're not ready to commit to you. Now, the final one that you need to absolutely not date, don't give them your time. I'm going to tell you this right now, and make sure you hit subscribe, like, and share before I tell you it right now so you can see my future videos. But listen, the final one, and there's more, feel free to comment below if you got some other ones, is Mr. Breadcrumbs. You know what breadcrumbs are? How someone drops breadcrumbs to make you follow them. You know, if you're trying to lead an animal somewhere, you drop breadcrumbs. Mr. Breadcrumbs. They lead you on. Every time it feels like you pulling away, they try to pull you in with something more. Baby, I'm so sorry. Can I take you out? Can I do this for you? Can I do that? Or maybe they use their bedroom prowess, if you know what I mean, in order to pull you in. Every time you pull away, they try to pull you in with that. They do just enough to keep you hanging on, but not enough to allow you to feel secure that they're truly committed to you. Do not deal with them. That is a form of manipulation. Sometimes it's a sign of a potential personality disorder, but I ain't no therapist, so I can't diagnose nobody, okay? But it is a sign that something is wrong. When somebody is doing just enough to keep you hanging on, and it seems like every time you pull away, then they do more, baby, that's manipulation. Why you want to show up for that? And the fact is, if you continue to come back for more and every time they try to breadcrumb you, you are teaching them that it is okay. You are teaching them that you tolerate that. You are teaching them that that is acceptable, and they will do more and more and more of it. You got some couples that's been together 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and it's still based on a breadcrumbing dynamic. You got one person holding all the power because they are stringing this other person along. It's manipulative, it's cruel, and it's abusive. But the reality is this: it takes two to tango. And if you're going to stay in a situation or a dynamic with somebody where they are breadcrumbing you and you keep on showing up, then frankly, you're allowing this to happen and you're inviting it into your life, all right? As I said before, my focus is on helping you to live your best life financially, emotionally, and spiritually. And I do that with my advice videos. If there's any topic that you want me to cover, feel free to comment below this video with that topic. If it's something that I can cover, I definitely will cover it on my channel. Beyond that, make sure that you take a step today that can allow you to improve your life. I'm not saying that life will ever be perfect, but what I do know to be true is that you have tremendous power to create the kind of life and relationships that you desire and deserve, and it starts with your choices. So make a choice today to create the kind of life that you desire and deserve, and watch your life improve.